What is the latest status of Article 370 in the Indian Constitution? This is a question that has been the subject of heated discussions and debates ever since its inception. In order to fully comprehend the current situation, it is essential to delve into the past and trace the trajectory of events leading up to the most recent judgment on Article 370. Now let's travel back in time to the year 1947, when India gained its independence. The Constitution of India was in its nascent stages, and Article 370 was introduced. This article granted special autonomous status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, allowing it to have its own constitution, flag, and control over internal administrative matters. Fast forward to 1950, when the article was officially incorporated into the Indian Constitution. It was intended to be a temporary provision, but it remained in effect for nearly 7 decades. Throughout this period, there were numerous debates and discussions about its relevance and constitutionality. The year 2019 marked a major turning point in the history of Article 370. The Indian government, led by the Bharatiya Janata Party, decided to revoke the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. This decision was met with a slew of reactions, ranging from support to vehement opposition. This brings us to the present day. The Supreme Court is currently hearing petitions challenging the government's decision to revoke the special status of the region in 2019. The petitioners argue that the revocation of the special status was unconstitutional and a unilateral decision by the government. On the other side, the government argues that normalcy has returned to the region and that investment is boosting the economy. They are of the belief that Article 370, which granted the special status, is no longer relevant. In the midst of this, the Supreme Court has asked the government if there is a definite timeline for the restoration of the region's full statehood. The ruling Bharatiya Janata Party hopes that the court will conclude that Article 370 is no longer relevant. To summarize, the story of Article 370 is a complex and ongoing one. The timeline of events leading up to the latest judgment on Article 370 spans over 7 decades, from its introduction in the 1940s to its revocation in 2019 and the subsequent legal battles. The key points discussed in this video include the introduction of Article 370, its revocation, and the current legal proceedings. The future of Article 370 remains uncertain, and it continues to be a topic of intense debate and discussion.